Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are going to tackle a topic that can literally make or break a business: debt. It's an incredibly powerful tool, right? But the real question is it working for you or is it working against you?
Wow. I mean, that really says it all, doesn't it? There's a massive difference between debt that builds your future and debt that just helps you survive until Monday. One is the foundation of an empire, the other is digging your own grave. Okay, let's really get into this. I want you to think of debt like fire. When you control it, it's amazing. It can power your growth, it can fuel your ambition. But, and this is a big but, if you let it get out of control, it will burn everything you've built to the ground. So the question you have to ask yourself is, are you in charge of the fire, or is it starting to be in charge of you?
All right, first up, we're going to start with a question that might sting a little, but it is so important. No, seriously, take a second and really think about that. When you look at your company, your assets, everything you've poured your life into, who actually has the final say? Who really owns it? This isn't just some philosophical thing. It's a cold, hard financial reality we need to look at. And this is what that reality can look like. Let's make it super simple. Say you buy a new truck for your business for $50,000. Awesome. But you took out a $45,000 loan for it. Well, that truck isn't really yours, is it? The bank owns 80% of it. You just get the keys, as long as you don't miss a payment. And that's where this number, the debt ratio, gives you a serious dose of truth. You figure it out by taking your total liabilities, that's everything you owe, and dividing it by your owner's equity, which is the part you actually own, free and clear. If that number is high, that's a huge red flag. It means one bad sales month, just one unexpected crisis, and suddenly the bank might be the one calling the shots. Okay, let's move on to our second key metric. If the first one was about who owns the place, this one's about whether you can even keep the lights on day to day. Are you out there grinding, working harder than ever, just to turn around and hand all your profit over to the bank for interest payments? You push and you push all month long, only to watch that hard-earned money just evaporate. And let me tell you, this is just a soul-crushing feeling. It's like you're treading water as fast as you can, but you're not actually going anywhere. You're just trying not to drown. When all your profit is going to cover just the interest on your loans without even making a dent in the actual debt, your business can't breathe. This is how you measure your breathing room. It's called the interest coverage ratio. All you do is take your operating income, that's your profit before you pay interest and taxes, and divide it by your interest expense. It's a simple way of asking, how many times could I pay my monthly interest bill with the money I actually made? And here's the bottom line. If that ratio is less than 2, you're in deep trouble. You're financially suffocating. All right, on to our third and final metric. And honestly, this one might be the most frustrating of them all, because it's not about what you owe the bank. It's about what your own clients owe you. Think about it. You do the job, you deliver a great product or service, you send out the invoice, and then what? You wait, and you wait, and you wait. That gap, that time between doing the work and getting the cash is a killer for so many businesses. And this is where it really gets painful, right? Your invoice says net 30, payment due in 30 days, which, by the way, is you already giving them a 1-month loan. But then they take 60 days or even 90 days. What just happened? You just gave your client a free 2-month loan using your cash while you're probably scrambling to pay your bills. Let's be perfectly clear here. Your business is not a bank, and it's definitely not a free ATM. But when your days receivable climb, that's exactly what you've become. You're letting your clients use your money, interest-free, to run their businesses while your own cash flow is bleeding out. So the metric that shines a big, bright light on this problem is called Days Sales Outstanding. It tells you, on average, how many days it actually takes you to get paid. You just divide your accounts receivable, all the money that's owed to you right now, by your total credit sales. If that number is, say, 65, but your terms are 30, well, you've got a major cash flow problem on your hands.
So, we've looked at 3 numbers that can be kind of terrifying. I get it. But knowing this stuff is the absolute first step. Now let's look at how it all fits together, and more importantly, how you can go from feeling vulnerable to feeling secure.
What's really useful is to think of these 3 things as your vulnerability index. Over there in the red, that's the danger zone. A high debt ratio, barely any interest coverage, and clients taking forever to pay you. That's a business living on the edge. But on the right, in the green, that's where you want to be. Low debt, plenty of cash to cover interest, and quick-paying clients. The difference is night and day, and that's the goal. Because look, at the end of the day, this isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about all the late nights, all the sacrifices, all the passion you've poured into building your business. It's about protecting what you've worked so hard for. So, after all that, the final question really is for you. Are you ready to stop wondering and start knowing exactly how healthy your business is? Are you ready to make a plan and start moving from that red column over to the green one?